what your actual value is. But 90% means when you, let's say that the total amount of your insurance is $9 million, for example. In the insurance industry's eyes, $9 million is 80% of your actual value. So it saves you money. The reason they do that, otherwise it would just be outrageous. You couldn't afford it. You've got 90% co-insurance. So the only problem with that is if you underinsure. For example, if the agent or someone didn't look at it and you're way underinsured, and you've got 12,000 or $12 million worth of buildings and $9 million worth of coverage, that's not 80%. So that percentage is what they deduct from the claim. That's a penalty. So along with all the other things we do, like write the estimates, get the guys out and stuff like that, we keep you out of these penalties. And I'm going to move things around, make sure that building, I'll show them a building like that that's less, or if it needs to be more. There's things you got to do to make sure you guys aren't getting penalized. The biggest reason that people hire us is, we're not lawyers, is $800,000. And I'm just going to, because I don't know what your total is. Right now, the way it was setting, you would have $800,000 worth of coverage on your policy that's based on 80, but it's based on 90. What this number is, it represents 80% of your actual value. This really only comes into play when it's a total loss. When it kind of just blows everything away, you're going to be probably fine. But my point is, if you're not careful, if you show these values to be too high, it can be a problem. What we'll do is add all up your total, because there's not a total, just have them all individually insured, and figure out if you're within that number. If we added up all this, it ended up being 1.3 million. You take what you did carry, which is the 800,000, divided by what you should have carried, the 1.3, which is what, 20%, and that's a penalty when they get ready to pay the claim. So it's very important that these numbers are looked at. Every one of these has got a separate number. We make sure we stay within them. That's what we do. That's keep you out of trouble is what we're trying to do. The reason they do that, insurance companies, is you see how much this costs. If they insure everybody to 100% value, because what's the chance of everything just completely blowing completely away? If it doesn't do it with this storm, it never will. So it's a little bit cheaper for you to do it that way, have coinsurance, and that's why they do it. It's more cost effective. It's not a bad thing unless for some reason you had a bunch of slabs sitting out here, then it'd be a problem.
Sorry.
Sure, it's okay.
Yeah, Mike.
Okay, so the electrician hooked up this as solid as possible also, because the whole house, the whole thing, whatever was standing here is gone. Those are pieces here only.
He said this is your house.
We had to take the filter from the mail well to just connect everything. This is our underground tank and this one. So this thing here is working. If this will be disaster for us.
Y'all use well water. It's a well water.
Goes to we have underground tank.
Yes.
And this pump is unbelievable. I believe it's pumping about 90 to 100 miles per hour. GPM. Okay, to this tank pressurized goes to the greenhouse. Okay, the well cannot. You will need.
Can't keep up with it.
You will need a big well in order to do it.
Okay.
So we just fill in the tank and the pumping from it.
So your pumping capacity is reduced.
Yes. We don't need such big well. So we can walk to the greenhouse first.
Thank you.
So we can start. We had some water coming through, so we put the bucket.
Right. Okay.
To make sure that nothing will get wet and
it didn't.
This was protected. Yes, everything here was flying out.
Thank you.
This greenhouse total is about 25, close to 56,000 square feet.
Okay.
Total. It has connected house in the middle. We are here on the east side, and we are the other part is the west.
The west coast. That's what y'all call it. Okay.
Okay. And I can say shade is gone. Okay, the roof is gone completely because whatever panels are left, that thing is not usable. You can see the bend in all the support. Whatever is bended and all the seal, the rubber, everything is gone. Aluminum, we have the Ludwig Swenson aluminum shade cloth.
Coming that opened and closed over these.
Yes, it was
Right.
open in here, closed, but you know, that says I already started to stand up some plants, and we stood up some to try to save as much as can, but that thing here is gone.
What about your cool cells?
The cold cells are gone. You can see it's broken, and the same is here. You look at this is where the air is a roof vent, and the roof vent. I don't know if this thing is working or not because I cannot flip the switch to really run it. But those cooling pads, this part is gone. Okay.
Right.
This thing here, these here are thin, but how good they are, I don't know. This is hard to say.
Lunch, are they at 11?
You guys go, okay? Get Lucy too.
Is the air drawn
From here,
in here?
the roof vents, yes, the roof
Okay.
vents are opening
Yeah.
to prevent against extreme.
Right.
It's not create perfect.
Okay.
I
It's
say
it's
we
a
only-
buffer.
Yes, it's a buffer that you know, going above certain degrees, you know, you have to cool down
As
because
fast
there
as
will
you
be
can. Yeah.
plants will be under the stress.
But it's not like air conditioning where you just set the
No,
thermostat.
no, no,
you
no,
do.
no.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
just
100
prevent
degrees
extreme.
out, you just crank it up and hope for the
this is,
best.
once go above 83, you start to cooling. And once goes above the 85, your cooling page has to kick on and run to maintain. All
And
right?
so, really, none of that works if it's broken. I mean,
Nothing,
because you have to have it
nothing,
all those
nothing.
across both sides and a
Yes,
tight seal
yes.
in that room.
The door has to be closed. We have even sign over there. The door has to be closed
Yeah.
in order to move the air through it. Okay. That said, we pull it. You see, it's,
Back and forth.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Pull it. I mean, we hang that thing, whatever it is. So we're trying to save as much as possible on the plants. Okay, because this is our future production. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna get it explained to you how it's working, but this is what the stock plants are. That
Right.
we take a part of the tissue,
And-
put in the culture, and the next we multiply.
I see. So
Plants
these
in
are these are your brood stock.
Yes, this is our mother plants, and this is what we do the breeding.
Wow.
Okay, and so we are trying to save as much as we can because this is our heart. Okay, if we lose this,
The genetics on each
Yeah,
of these is picked out
this
based
is-
on what y'all want in here.
I lost that. This was just planted seedlings of philodendrons that are gone. You know, so that's the whole thing. Is we still protect some under white cloth
Right.
because the rain may come in a moment. So this is, but generally the shade is gone. The whole thing we just, stretch tight, but it's not functioning. It's not nothing. All the pieces are everywhere.
Because
I
these
don't know.
open and close like curtains.
Yes, they open and close in this way, but we just manually pull whatever we can on those, and then we took some pieces from zones here. You have two zones,
Okay.
north and the south on this side, and over there you have north and the west and the south side also. Okay.
Okay. This is your exhaust.
This is exhaust, which is chimneys are broken
Right.
outside.
Okay.
Okay. So that thing is gone.
All right.
50 miles per hour, stage 3 kicks on.
Yeah.
Okay, and this one here was running. So it was, the wind was for sure 50 miles per hour wind, and somehow something hit or something. This is got damaged. Unbelievable.
The ceiling here just popped out from roof damage. I never noticed that one before. Yeah, the roof back. That's brand new roof. That's less than a year old.
Yeah, see that screw that's lit up? You're going to have those all over that thing.
Thing they're two different structures with a greenhouse in the middle.
Okay, I got
I think we determined that yesterday, didn't we? That they're not attached.
Mm.
Yeah, they're not, the in-lines there.
However they're
Depends on whether
scheduled.
they're attached- I mean, what your definition is attached to the greenhouse, you can just attach them. I think they were an original on the deck, which doesn't matter.
It's all done.
Okay.
This panel here's been soaked. The breakers aren't safe anymore. Panel here is all emergency. It's been soaked. The controls are soaked.
Okay.
And this used to come off the generator right here.
All right.
See how far? I don't smell anything. They're not resettable except for that one behind the bush. This one's not resettable.
Okay.
$20. So there's like one more and probably a couple more down that way.
Okay.
That door seals up to so many miles per hour. This feeds their firehouse. It's all done.
Firehouse. Tell me about that.
Storage firehouse.
So that's something why you call it.
That pole feeds this.
Got it.
The one that's all messed up.
What are we calling it?
This
That pole
is the
right there.
storage firehouse. It's emergency pump right here. Okay. Are these roof controls?
You run the heaters for the greenhouses with the diesel, or no, with propane.
That's the pump. We use diesel and propane, dual fuel.
Okay.
Oil.
This building moved a little, looks like, man.
See right here, this is all done. Because the building's shifting a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Pressure tank. You looking at it again?
Yeah.
See the roof sagging above the head?
Yeah. Do y'all have any damage to any of your company trucks and trailers?
My vehicle's damaged too right here. We're just in for storage. The doors got sprung pretty hard. That was not too bad. Okay. Vehicle.
Yeah, after we get done doing this, I'm going to go find every greenhouse I can find out here because we've already got our.
You already know what you're looking at now.
Yeah.
Got a right here. There's some controls there. Some controls here. All this right here, all these contactors. Those are $200 or $300 a piece. Those are about $20 a piece.
And that's hot now.
Well,
Part of that board's hot, or the.
everything that's off
Okay.
is damaged. Everything that's on, we're trying to use.
Okay.
Trying to use. This is single phase.
Okay.
It doesn't matter on reverse. Controls. Track system, heating system. That don't look too bad. Right in here's a little bit damaged.
So this heating system, is it? Does it just conduct through this metal?
Yeah, it's a temperature controlled high resistance Electric heat.
Electric heat. Okay, so the other one was on the other front buildings is like a different system, a different heating system.
Hydronic boiler. This one right here, we can use either electric, diesel, or propane to heat this water. Okay.
Wow.
Try a few on here. A lot of fans that are locked up.
Okay.
Trays are what, $200-$300 a piece, or $80 a piece, something like that.
Does it make sense? All right.
And right here, Rainbird. You can see all that down in there.
Mm-hmm.
Junction box, timers.
How big is this building by acreage?
Couldn't tell you on that one.
Quarter?
Look at the floor being-
Half?
I would say more, half or more.
Yeah.
Stuff like all that getting blown out. And then, you know, what's the step right here? This right here is one of our main control rooms, and we've lost communication. There's no power. All that's leaning. See all that's leaning?
Which one?
This
This?
whole pole.
Okay. Yep.
See right here, you can stand over here. Ain't your feet like these
Raise it with that way.
got a pool right there against,
Uh-huh.
which is kind of more wind damage. All this in here is ingress.
So your wind directions survived.
Part of it did. So there's some wire sticking
And
out.
so y'all had an animator up there too, right?
Yeah. In here, you see all these controls are done.
Uh-huh.
All these battery backups, you imagine what they cost. There was a fire here, and a fire on the other end. Okay?
Okay, did it, and was it went out on its own, y'all?
Yeah, this is single phase.
Okay.
That's a single phase service.
Okay.
And this is all single phase. You've got 3 wires total.
Okay.
We've got a shock power. Single phase. We got back to this one. Roll it.
Yep.
We just now got a compressor online for air and tires and stuff like that. And of course, you know we're going to lose all of our steel and metal from rain ingress.
Yeah, especially if it's supposed to rain pretty hard this
The
afternoon.
golf carts got blown over, a few of them did.
Okay.
This is a maintenance vehicle, and it's, you know, we're trying to get it back home. You can see that E blew out over there.
Right.
That's where we hide our
Right.
expensive stuff.
Uh-huh. Up in there.
You got copper. Yeah, go ahead and spin what you said. What you get on that light bulb?
This is all exposed to the rain.
There's a 15K generator we lost. That's a 15K. And it's diesel.
So it wasn't any use after this, but you got the one out front on the trailer.
See how the water gets in there?
Have y'all been working? Has that one been powering back here? That one they've got up front?
This one is
The main.
a mystery. I mean, it's like, I just, they pulled me in to help, and then, right here, we've lost, not this one, we've lost a lot of gas connections. We had to do an emergency, and there's a few of them on them other buildings.
Okay.
You know, just jerk them out right here.
And
Snap them off.
have they put repressurized that system yet? Okay.
And I have it shut off at the source. And then we've got damage to this equipment like our bush hogs and stuff like you see. That's bent right there in the middle. That little trolley.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our portable sprayer. We got it going again. You see it landed right here. Maybe we can get a good roof view from here. All that roof and all that stuff blew away. Wow. Is it over here? This Quonset hut?
Uh-huh. Round.
Yeah.
Good thing.
And concrete like floor. I wouldn't doubt that wasn't full of concrete too, those blocks. That would be the way to build it.
Yeah, well, I can see some, the overlaps have been whacked pretty good. I think it's time to retire it.
This is our refrigeration system is done.
Okay.
It's out.
Refrigeration
See, the
system.
refrigeration is gone.
And what does that refrigerate for?
Keeps your seeds from baking.
Okay.
Instead of being baked peanuts or raw peanuts. Like, seeds.
Right.
And then you got all your connections ripped loose, and you got all this down this little walkway. More wellheads right here. More and all that. Gas we have shut off. Because right here they'll be ripped off.
Uh-huh. And that's regular, so you got propane and methane. There's that part of your propane system.
The storage tanks are way back there.
That's part of your propane. Okay.
Up here.
All right, so
Go back that way?
he'll circle back.
If you want to.
I think.
It's an online, but I have to use a breaker. Controls are down. Here is a. I had to pull all this off. This used to have an awning, real nice awning. Here's parts of it.
Right.
This building has moved a little bit. Wood at the top and the bottom. You'll notice that we're not at 90 degrees right here no more.
Got the lean going on.
And then behind you, when you get that done, you see that conduit going over straight?
Because the building went
Yes.
that
See
way.
the front porch?
Ah.
The whole building.
Oh, and I see a busted windshield on your 4Runner.
Yeah, and I would like to have my Razor back. My Razor Polaris EPS electronic power steering. Oh my goodness, that'd be nice.
On your on the next one, the next one you get, is that
Yeah,
it?
that's what I like to have. Something like no, that's not mine, but I like to have my Razor EPS electronic power steering.
Yeah.
Those are nice. We'll keep them.
The last Polaris I had handlebars.
Let's show this last one here real quick. So labels, luckily they didn't fly away too much.
Okay.
And here comes a scary area. Doors no longer closed.
Okay.
It's wider there than it is here. These are all of our QCOMs.
Right.
This is QCOM. This is 122.08 voltage.
Uh-huh.
Here's your 480 transfer for emergency power. There's another
Man.
480 three-phase.
Everywhere you look.
And then when this gets wet, it's done.
Yeah.
We
And,
won't use these 480s.
do y'all know it's been
When
wet?
that's inside, you flip it on, it blows up in your face.
So those are pretty much in that spot right now. Yeah.
Getting close.
You have to assume they've been.
When I start getting faults on these transformers,
Yeah.
I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I'll pull a meter if I have to be safe enough.
Right.
I can't, but I will if I have to.
I don't know where he went.
We'll find it. See that manhole there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's set. And like I said, the piston rings are got a little sand in it. Here's the serial number, model number, and the spec.
Okay.
And here's their main feed to their. My car got a little damaged, but that's kind of a personal like they do. This is how we shut the generator feed off, plus another feed. We got it good and secure. The rest of that back through here is greenhouses.
Okay.
And they're still operating out of that one.
We got the
Did you get already? I mean, I have to go back if you don't need to.
No,
seed house.
So I got some.
Let's-
I'm gonna get these.
let's
seed
go
house.
right back to where we were, man. Let's get you complete.
I got the salt feed.
There's a little alleyway you can pop out this way.
Okay.
I can get the camera to brighten up. There was a fire in this box.
Okay.
Those are all dead, those backups. Here was your fire. MLB is shorted. Exposed there, your ventilation fan's gone due to these pallets flying up against them.
Okay, does that, without ventilation fans this time of year, it's not a hazard yet?
We made it safe.
Okay.
The shop's on the other side, so we can keep an eyeball on it.
Okay.
Remember you got on top of this?
Yep.
Right. He was right up in there.
Yep. Looking at the expensive copper and fittings and it's like a giant erector set.
Exactly. Watch it, hold it. This is where we try to repair things out of. What's left of it? We found a few tools that didn't blow away. Up above you there, if you go up them steps, that's where we hide the wire and all our expensive stuff.
Right up
There's
in
a set of
there.
steps there.
How are y'all doing today?
Good, how are y'all?
Very good. Wow. These people are, so they're packaging and
Yes. Trying to get something out the door. These plants are damaged badly.
let me go catch up with Wayne. Okay, they have put this plastic up since the storm and are salvaging these plants. Try to get them out the door. They're damaged, but they're Lots.
Yeah, and then this is consolidation.
Okay. I thought I was heading the right direction.
Yep.
See how this map you helped me with this? Get me straight. I had to add a few things, not everything's going good. For the most part.
I may have zoomed in a little too much.
No, it's fine. For the most part, it's been a light. I know I wouldn't make heads or tails out of all these photos when I get back and try to send it to kids. I got a friend of mine who tried to get into the pump business. Everybody's
Yeah.
making it legal.
This is where the
So yeah, so he was doing hydroponics and got all this research done. Well, there's only going to allow so many in each state, and he did all the research, I think years, and had everything lined out, and he didn't get a bid. He didn't let him do it. I mean, he had to spend like $100,000 just to get his license,
Yeah.
just for them to look at his license.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And yeah, so you start. They had to publish everybody who got a full license. All politicians.
Absolutely.
They're all people connected.
It's who you know.
Yeah.
Lots of money, lots of newly founded LLCs.
Well, I just
So yeah, he didn't get in it, but he sure did a lot of work.
I just lied to you. I told you it knocked every light down. There's one that didn't.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they'll take it off the side. I'm sure it worked.
So the main difference between this house and the north house and this one, of course, is the type of design. So this is an A-frame design,
Right.
and what it had is a rigid plastic polycarbonate roof on it.
Yes, sir.
The other ones have double layer of plastic.
Yeah, polyethylene.
Yeah.
What's the? You know what the mill on that is?
No, I don't. Okay. But I can find out.
Okay, I just wondered. They'll work all that out when they do the estimates, I'm sure, and you'll get bids and all that good stuff. I'm not going to be privy to it.
And these lights were throughout the project, all these.
Lights were in this entire greenhouse here.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are 1,000-watt high-pressure sodium lights.
Yeah, those are. I think the bulbs on those are about $80, aren't they? They're pretty expensive.
Each fixture, I think, was $450 a piece.
Yeah.
The bulbs are very expensive. Well, according to the greenhouse guy that we've been working with, this structure, he said, is
Yeah. So this is what you call the ivy.
this is ivy.
Okay. I'll take a few more pictures of
So
this.
then we call this house the Ivy House, IVY House.
Okay.
And I'm going to get you one of those maps too. So
Okay. I took a picture of y'all's
it just took an hour of Google.
Yeah, that's all. We did it like no
Well, that picture in your office with the area.
A lot. Now, what the guys said when they got up into the structure of the roof, the wires are all like razor blade cuts in them from all this glass line.
Yeah. Okay.
So they said to be really cautious when you start powering things up.
Without really looking hard at changing out the wires. There's a whole lot of electrical systems going on.
You can kind of see how that shade, some of it survived the wind. It would pull into each section depending on how bright the sun is, and then it would fold back when the sun went behind a cloud or something.
Wow.
So it's constantly moving back and forth. And then this pad right here is a cooling pad.
Right.
So like the chicken houses you were talking
It
about.
pushes. It's like the old-fashioned air cooler.
Right.
Yeah, with water. Those are water. Got water on them, and so it gives you cool with humidity. And your guy that was showing us also said that it's not like on a super hot day you get them going, but it's not like a thermostat on a air conditioner. Is that it?
Not as effective here in Florida as they would be in, say, California, where the dry climate.
Mm-hmm.
If you have
You have any zero pressure places at all? Or?
what does that mean?
Well, fruit. I know fruit packaging guys will put stuff at zero pressure to keep it from ripening. But you don't have any of that.
No, but I'd
Mostly
like,
it's
I'd like to
ammonia.
learn about that.
Yeah, it's ammonia based, so they pump a room full of ammonia, so it keeps the pressure a certain temperature. So that's why they can pick apples, and then you have apples year round. So the apple we ate might be from 2 years ago, and it's
Whoa.
fine as long as it's not introduced to different pressure.
Those are storage buildings there.
Right over there.
Right off and laid it down right beside it.
Years ago, when Hurricane Charlie came in 2004, I did a lot of stuff in Plant City. Got a lot of shade structures, strawberry places. That was an education.
We need to get that guy. They were talking about him last night on the TV. The guy does.
Anywhere near a snake, much less a snake bite. A good snake to me is a dead one. So this is storage. Is that what we're gonna call this?
I did hear some stories of people going to Colorado and going, not having to be politically connected when they did a few years ago, and getting right in the middle of it.